What's up, Dream Media family? This is Zach. Welcome back to another episode. Today, I'm out here in Colorado in my own personal home, and I'm going to be doing a little upgrade here in my formal. I cannot be more excited to show off the current state of the space. I'm going to give you guys kind of a little walkthrough today of what I've been living with, and then I'm going to talk about the upgrades that are going to be coming. I am very excited. You guys know that I get the opportunity to tour y'all's homes all around the country and see these beautiful projects completely finished. And of course, my own personal home kind of gets put on the back burner. So today, I'm gonna actually spend some time. I got the guys from Goodfellas AV coming over here, our local preferred installers, to help pull down the TV. We're going to be upgrading our center speaker, putting in ceiling speakers. Well, I'm not going to spoil all the surprises for you, but we also got some new products such as the Marantz Cinema 30, which we're going to be installing in this room and doing an unboxing video on. So just a ton of really cool products, as well as a very interesting space, because we do a lot of dedicated home cinema builds, as well as we tour whole home systems, but we don't put really high-end systems into rooms like this in many cases. Typically, it's the dedicated theater space that really gets some love and attention, but here in my own personal home, we actually spend a ton of time in this open concept space. We have the formal, we have the dining, and we have the kitchen. So when we have people over, this is where we like to party. So I'm really excited to allocate some time to this space and give it a serious overhaul, because I'm going to spend a lot of quality time in this space listening to music. And honestly, that's my favorite kind of content to listen to. So I'm very excited to do this upgrade. All right, guys. Well, if you would like to purchase anything home theater related, be sure to reach out today for a free video consultation with one of our specialists. Stream Media is nationwide, and we'd love the opportunity to earn your business. We do installations in 28 different states where we have preferred installers, in addition to our Dream Media Plus program, which is nationwide. And you could also shop on our online store. All right, guys. Well, I can't wait to get into this project and show you what we're going to be installing. Let's go! Welcome back, Dream Media family. This particular project is very near and dear to my heart. This particular space right here, we use consistently every single day. Whether my wife's cooking, I like to actually sit right here in the main kind of kitchen bar seating and do a lot of my Zoom calls and stuff. Or maybe my son comes home from school and we like to have dinner together right here at the dining room. Or let's say we're entertaining. Whenever we entertain, the front door is literally right there, and people like to come in. We have nice conversation seating set up so that we can sit and talk with our guests. And a lot of the time in this space, we do just have multi-channel music going throughout the entire space. But I'm not only going to be installing speakers here today, guys. I'm doing a full upgrade for Dolby Atmos. I actually want to try to install a full-blown surround sound system. So let's take a look at the room. Here at the front of the room, I am currently running a Sonos Soundbar. So the Sonos Soundbar is absolutely phenomenal. This particular model is called the Sonos Arc. And the Sonos Arc is super easy to use, super easy to set up, and it pairs together with many other products throughout the entire home. It also has things like AirPlay 2 built in and Alexa for, like, say, voice control. So really a very intuitive, easy to use product. I'll show you guys the app. The interface, the UI is just phenomenal. But the thing is with Sonos, guys, is it only goes so far. Like, it's pretty good audio quality. And when I say pretty good, I mean it's pretty exceptional in comparison to a lot of other wireless products on the market. So I would say even a little better than pretty good, just because their user interface is phenomenal, and the compatibility between all of their products and their ecosystem is great, and then the sound quality is pretty decent. You know, here at Dream Media, we're always looking to put in high fidelity products, so I get the opportunity to hear these products in many of y'all's homes whenever we complete the installation. So I've just been itching to get something a little bit better quality in this space. So luckily, you guys may have seen on the channel recently a new speaker manufacturer that I have personally fallen in love with, RBH. They're made in America, right out of Utah, Layton, Utah, right? A little bit north of Salt Lake City. And I actually had the opportunity to go out there and do a full manufacturer tour. So where things actually started was Gene from Audioholics invited me down to his home in Tampa, Florida, and we shot a little bit of content down there on his killer RBH system. He has the SBTR S's at the front soundstage, those big monsters. And he actually, for the first time when I sat down in the room, just did a 2-channel 2.0, no subs engaged. He has a really wicked, full-blown, I don't even want to say it wrong. He has a full Dolby Atmos home theater. But he did a 2-channel listening experience for me. I sat down and closed my eyes and was just in literal heaven with these RBHs, guys. I mean, they have these AMT tweeters that just scream at reference level, and they perform really effortlessly. I sat down not only at Gene's for hours and listened to music with no fatigue at all, but I also later, about a month after that, went and visited the guys in Salt Lake City. Really great small group of guys. Attention to detail is there. They're like an engineering firm. Shane is their director of technology. He is an absolute genius and develops amazing speakers. After listening again for a considerable amount of time in their dedicated home cinema, which you guys can actually fly into and experience for yourself if you'd like, I've been sold. I mean, I have been dying to get some RBH here in the home, and I have a pretty good system upstairs. You guys may or may not have seen the video of my cozy, family-friendly home theater setup that I did up in the game room, ball pit room for my son. That was kind of my take on an affordable system that I think a lot of people could relate to. So in that space, I did a Focal 302 system on wall, flanking the front left, right, and center around our ultra short throw screen. And I had the Epson LS800 ultra short throw laser projector, 4,000 lumen output. It does a really good job at a very good price point in a room that has a ton of ambient light. So we did the 302s in the front, then I did the Focal 300 series IW6s in the rear of the room, and then the ICA6s and the IC6s for a total of 6 Atmos and 2 surround, and then I got 2 PB16 Ultras for the deep infrasonic bass. I have the Marantz Cinema 40 upstairs, which is an absolutely great, really awesome performer, and I've been extremely happy with it. We got the Kaleidoscape hooked up, Apple TV, all that good stuff. So I have a room that's like pretty good quality, but this being my primary listening space, I've really been holding off, waiting for the opportunity to really do it right. So the Focal system is wonderful. I have a lot of other Focal speakers mounted throughout the home with a Sonos amps on all those independent zones so that I can go in and separately control every single room in the home, or keep the whole room together and control the volume independently. But in this space, we have the Sonos Arc, and we have the Sonos amp driving these in-ceiling Focal speakers right now, as well as a Sonos sub. So right now, it does the job. You know, it's for background music. Like, yes, I can crank it up a little bit, but it's not going to be high fidelity. And to to be honest with you, really the dispersion throughout the space and just having that background music has been most important to me. So I actually dropped a couple other Sonos Era 100s up here on top of the cabinetry because I had high voltage electricity installed for my overhead upward firing linear lighting. So we have 2 at the rear of the room in the kitchen, 2 in the ceiling, and then we have our Sonos Arc and Sub for our bass. All of that together has been pretty decent. So let's talk about the upgrade, guys. What am I gonna do? So in this space, I'm gonna be auditioning a couple of RBH's new passive soundbars that feature 3 independent channels. We have front, left, right, and center all built in. Now, this is gonna give me extremely much better quality than we had from the Sonos Arc, and those AMT tweeters are all gonna be firing straight out into the room, giving me really clean highs. Now, the woofer side. I got a couple different sound bars that I'm going to be checking out, and I want to put in their 8-inch woofers to give me a little bit more oomph in the space, because that's really one thing this space lacks is bass. And I've been getting more and more into infrasonics here recently by auditioning these crazy home theaters. So I got their new 21-inch subwoofer coming that's going to replace that. So we're going to be running well below 10 hertz in this space, and I may also be doing a couple of their on walls in a discrete hidden location down the road. But for now, we're going to be auditioning 2 of the sound bars and checking them out, in addition to their brand new in-ceiling speakers that feature their AMT tweeters. So one thing with RBH is they haven't up till this point had their in-ceiling speakers that had the matching AMT tweeters. They had on-wall, on-ceiling speakers that are fully enclosed and perform exceptionally well if you can install it during the pre-construction phase, but they haven't had a retro in-ceiling speaker, which we install a ton of here at Dream Media, because a lot of you guys have existing homes and we just gotta make do with what we got. So I'm gonna be showing off these brand new AMT tweeters in their 8-inch in-ceiling speakers. I'm not familiar with the models yet because literally it hasn't even been released to the public. I'm the first one getting my hands on them, and man, I cannot be more excited. I'll make separate unboxing videos specifically on that product as well, talking about all the key specifications. But I just wanted to make an update video for you guys showing off this entire space and kind of giving you some inspiration as to something that you might want to do in your own home. So we're going to overhaul it all, guys. Vocals are gone, Sonos is gone, and we're gonna really do a serious upgrade here. Everything right now is terminating down in my rack. Luckily, we do have pre-wired locations here in the kitchen, as well as 4 in the ceiling in the formal, and then we have 3 speaker wires pre-wired behind the television, which is gonna be powering up our passive soundbar. All of that is being terminated in our strong Signature Series rack. These are components that we sell here at Dream Media as well. So if you need equipment racks, fans, surge protection, we're running Big Dog down there in the rack. It's a really nice, intelligent, smart protector, which will protect you from lightning strikes, of course, and things like that, but also maintain consistent voltage and also detect if anything falls off the network. So like say your Apple TV is giving you a little hard time, you need to reboot, you can do that with the Big Dog. It's a pretty sweet product, and I'll make a separate video on that as well. The Marantz Cinema 30, that brand new beast of an AVR. I'm going to be taking that puppy out of the box as well and doing a full video going over all the details about the product as well as how to set it up, and then eventually auditioning it in this room. So I'm just getting ready for the guys to get here, kind of prepping everything so that we can be efficient. But I just wanted to make a quick overview video on the current state of the space so that you guys are familiar with what I started with, which is a good starting point. A lot of you guys have consulted with us over the years, and if you've consulted with me or Kellen or Dave or any of the specialists, you've probably gotten the, you can't go wrong with Sonos. And guys, You really can't. So like in this space here, they're not just gonna get thrown into the garage or, thrown in the trash. I'm repurposing these Sonos speakers, to be clear, and I'll make a separate video on this one for you too. But we're gonna take the Sonos Arc and I'm gonna move it up to my guest's suite, and I'm gonna throw a couple more Sonos Era 100s in an in-wall Fruition Designs enclosure, just like I had in my primary bedroom right now for my guest. And then I'll take that sub and throw it up there as well. So they'll be running a 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos system in that space. Currently in my primary bedroom, I'm running a 5.2.2. I have two of their subwoofers. I have two of the Fruition Designs or Era 100s mounted in the wall down at ear level. And then I have the Sonos Arc, which has their Dolby Atmos enabled, which basically means that it has speakers inside of it that fire up towards the ceiling and are supposed to bounce back down and hit your ear and emulate surround sound. Does that work? Guys, I've made a lot of videos on this. I think in the perfect room, it could work okay. So like, say if you had that perfectly flat ceiling in a rectangular shaped room, you could potentially experience that Dolby Atmos effect by the speakers firing up, bouncing off the ceiling and coming down and hitting your ear. Now, is that the best solution? Absolutely not, guys. So what we like to do is install in-ceiling speakers in that space, which you've seen me do a ton of videos on that. Up in my room, as an example, we have 6 overhead Dolby Atmos in-ceiling speakers, which you really can't emulate that with the bouncing effect. But Sonos does pretty well. And what I ended up doing in this space, as well as my primary for now, is you can actually go in and set the gain to those Atmos speakers, and I just have them cranked. Like, yes, I did the true play and it did okay, but you couldn't hear them at all. So I really just cranked it all the way up on my Dolby Atmos effects so that I could at least hear something. And really, it was more so just to fill the room because we really don't have a lot of speakers. And whenever you don't have a ton of speakers like this, your clarity really suffers. So, all right, guys, well, that was my overview video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but I know you're gonna enjoy my upgrade video even more. That is a wrap on my current formal dining kitchen setup here in Colorado. I could not be more excited to get into this upgrade. If you guys would like us to do something like this for you, or anything home theater related, reach out today for a free video consultation with one of our specialists. We have installers in 28 different states who can help you get it put in addition to our Dream Media Plus program for high-end projects that is nationwide. You can also now shop on our online store and it'll get shipped straight to your door. We really appreciate everybody's support from the bottom of my heart. We can't do without you guys. Well, till next time, this is Zach with Dream Media Home Theater. Thank you for watching.